So this is a beautiful day, ridiculously warm for reasons I have no idea. Gotta ask God about that, but I'm gonna take advantage. So decided to take a little walk, and I'm enjoying myself actually. It's quite nice. And the topic that I will pose to you, little question is, man, these squirrels, ridiculous. Question is, the more that we compete, the less we gain. The more we compete, the less we gain. So let's think about that real quick. Let's think about competition. Competition, we're born, we're bred. That's from the time we are born, literally. That's what we are raised to think, to do, to compete. School is all about competition or grades. We're always talking about the upper tier, being in the top 10% of your class, which means you're competing against other people. Sports, we're competing against other people. Our jobs, we're always competing for that slot at that company. We're always competing for that position that we're trying to acquire. Getting on our boss's good side, making sure we got our I's dotted and our T's crossed and all that. But how much are we really gaining from all this competition? How much are we actually earning by always looking at someone else and comparing ourselves to someone else and seeing what they're doing and not paying close enough attention to what we're doing? You can just look at different companies, and how much they compete against other rival companies to the point where they lose track of other smaller companies that are more innovative. They're always, these larger companies, they're busy coming up and trying to make what's already out there better. Instead of coming up with something innovative and new, they're just trying to one-up each other. And then next thing you know, another company who comes up with something that's big and new, now they just gone outpaced and they're just taking everything, creating monopolies. So when you ask yourselves about competition, you gotta ask yourselves, why do we do what we do? You know what I'm saying? Why do we do what we do? Why do we get up in the morning and go to work? Why do we choose the clothes that we decide to put on our bags? Why do we choose the career that we have? Why are we doing these things? Why are we deciding to enhance ourselves in our bodies? I'm talking about artificially enhancing ourselves, not enriching ourselves with knowledge, education. Are we taking the time to appreciate those things that are given to us freely? Or are we so busy competing with other people to acquire whatever we decide we want to acquire in life? One of the things you just gotta think on these things. And if you find yourself not having answers to these things, or if you find yourself having answers that are fed to you by other people, which is kind of hard to come to that conclusion. But if you sit yourself and ask the question, why am I really doing these things? And you're coming up with a hard time you're having a hard time trying to come up with an answer, then you might want to reevaluate. And when you come to that answer, that's when you can really have a firm grip, have a firm standing, a firm foothold on why you're doing what you're doing. And you can be encouraged and you have more of a drive to complete those things that you said you want to complete. Don't let yourself get so caught up in competition that you start to lose yourself, that you lose the vision and goal of why you started doing what you're doing in the first place. Because bottom line, the more that you compete, the less that you gain. And we're trying to gain as much. And also keep this in mind. Don't be so involved in what you're doing and you putting so many hours in a day doing what you're doing that you just miss out on enjoying things like this. You know what I mean? Taking walks, enjoying those things that God has given you, that we've had before, that's freely given to us. Not taking time to just enjoy life, creating memories. Creating memories is far more important than earning $1. Earning $1 gets us through life and makes things a little easier. But when it comes to things that last and what we remember, we're always talking about how life is just passing us by. slow down, take a walk. You know, sometimes you just gotta do that so you can just recap and so you can get your mind refreshed. You know, just that easy. So yeah, man, that's about it. So I will check you guys later. All right. Sitting here doing a video project, doing some video editing for church for Christmas, and it's gonna be a long haul for this, man. It's gonna be quite a busy afternoon, but I gotta get this done. So goals.